Back to the daily grind. The channel's getting false flagged by triggered trolls, so make sure you subscribe to the new channel. Let's get to the MMA news. I just want to start this off first off by saying thank you to everybody that's listening right now, and thank you to everybody that's listened in the past. This is the 1,000 subscriber questions answered, and man, this shit is fucking awesome. This is the second time we've been here. You guys know what we've been through if you've been listening from the very first channel, MMA Quick Hits 2. I seen one of the first questions that comes up is that I used to listen to him. So let's just get straight to all the questions answered, and I'll give you guys a little fucking dialogue or some shit at the end. A little diatribe. Alright, let's get to the very first question on deck. Actually, I'm going to hit refresh one time just in case, man. And real quick, I want to say thank you to whoever shares the videos that makes them bitches go heavy like that, man. That video went from fucking nothing to like 25,000 in 3 hours. Somebody shared that shit somewhere. I don't know where. I don't care. I just want to say thank you, sir or ma'am. Alright, now let's get to it. We're on top comments. We want to do newest comments first. Okay, and then we're going to actually... yeah, we'll start from the top. Fuck it. It is what it is. Alright. CJ Pradilla. He said, congrats, man. Been with you since Quick Hits 2. No questions, but I really can't wait to see your channel grow even bigger. Hashtag day one. Much appreciation. Day one hitter on deck. Slime.o said, rank the Octagon girls. I don't know any of their names except for like Ariani, bro. I swear to God. And I knew that was from whenever I was a casual fan back in the day. She was a famous one. So I don't even know all their names. If I had like pictures or something, I'd do that for you. I just don't even know their names like that, bro. I don't even know them like that. So next question. The Electric Sadu said, like the channel, subscribe today. You remind me of Quick Hits. Did you listen to him? Yeah, I used to listen to that fucking beta cuck, that pussy. That's the pussy that's false flagging me. I'll give you a quick rundown for anybody that's new to the channel of where this channel came from, because it goes to this question. That old puss Quick Hits that used to be on YouTube had 20,000 subscribers. I started listening to him when he had 18,000. Well, he started talking about, oh, I'm going to shut my channel down one day and I'm going to go to Patreon for $20 a month. And if you can't afford it, you need a raise and a better job. You're broke. And all this corny shit. I was like, what the fuck? I wish I would pay some bum $20 a month for his opinion. Netflix is $9.99 a month. Fight Pass is cheaper than that. What the hell is he thinking $20 a month? And I think a lot of people felt that way. So with that being said, I was just like, you know what? Because I logged on and his channel was actually shut down. I was like, what? He really did it? Come to find out, his shit got shut down from copyright, and he was lying to everybody, saying that his channel he was shutting it down intentionally to make everyone go pay $20 a month. And that's not what happened. He got copyrighted down and was trying to trick at least he said wanted 500 people. He wanted to fucking con 500 people into believing he was making the move himself. But he got flagged down, so he moved over, and I said, you know what? I'm not about to pay $20 a month, but what I will do is, I know I'm an entertaining person. I don't got the equipment, but let me see what I can do. So what I did, I fucking used my cell phone recorder. I recorded like 2 videos overnight. They had like 100 views. I was expecting like 50 views. I was like, man, if I get 50 views, this is a success. I named my channel like MMA Quick Hits 2. And I fucking woke up with like 100 views. I was like, what the fuck? And there was a little, encouragement. Like, you know what? Keep this up. Fuck that guy. Everyone was mad that he shut down his channel. They were asking me what happened. I explained it to him. I was being real respectful. In the very beginning, I was a fan. I was like, hey, respect to the old dude. Much good luck to you on Patreon. I know I personally can't afford that shit. I work a 9 to 5. So I'm just doing it over here for free on YouTube. I'm not worried about ad money or nothing. I'm just doing it for free because I pay attention to MMA every day anyway. I always talk shit like this, to my friends whenever I would be just talking shit to my casual. I don't got people that are as hardcore as me, but to people who are somewhat, I'm always talking about MMA anyway. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm going to do it on YouTube. It fucking started rolling. Once we were at 1,000 subscribers on the very first channel, I guess that's when the puss started noticing us. I was respectful the entire time. Anytime anybody would ask me where he was at, I told him Patreon. I had a link in my description to his Patreon for the first 1,000 subscribers. I was always cordial, always respectful, never did anything. He still fucking false flagged my channel down, so from that point on, I had to ether his ass. Once I seen he was attempting, I ethered him. YouTube had a problem to where no matter what, you could get false flagged. So he would flag 100 of my videos, only 4 of them had to stick, and my channel would go down. So that happened twice. And then fucking after the third time, I just changed my whole name. I changed fucking the color scheme. I just changed everything because I was like, fuck his name. I don't care about his name or anything like that because I changed my name to MMA Quick Picks. But so anyways, I got to full-time MMA now. I'm at a whole nother channel. I'm not fucking worried about that scrub. And he's still trying to false flag me. I haven't been mentioning him. He's still trying to false flag me. So that's where we're at. But the appeal will be lifted tomorrow. With that being said, if that happens, we'll hear more about that bum for one last time. So there's the story of where this channel came from and why I probably remind you of Quick Hits. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess I listen to him a lot. So from 18,000 subscribers, I used to listen to him like every day. I was a huge fan until he did that pussy shit. But now it's fuck the other side. So whenever you see people saying fuck Oscar, fuck the other side, they're pretty much talking about him and his pussy little fans that come over here occasionally wanting smoke. And they ended up getting fucking sent home crying. So it is what it is. Next question. Matt Hatt, day one hitter. He said, hey, congrats. Who do you think will get the next super fight? If you're not counting Bisping GSP, I'm going to say Nate Diaz, Conor McGregor. I'm going to give it to Nate Diaz. I don't know how. I think the UFC is going to piss off a lot of hardcore fans by skipping the interim title somehow. The interim title fight between Tony Ferguson and Kevin Lee. I think that's who should be fighting for the title just because it's an interim title, which means you get the next title shot. So if somehow Nate Diaz is able to skip that, I think that's going to piss a lot of people off. But I do think that's the biggest fight possible for MMA. Favorite MMA podcast from Jordan Walsh. Man, one of my favorite podcasts is the Joey Diaz podcast. Whenever he has a fighter on like Jorge Masvidal or something, that's my favorite shit. I always wish like Joey Diaz would have more of an MMA segment, but you know, if you know Joey Diaz, you know he ain't really got time to be just focused on MMA like that. So, I mean, my favorite, I listen to the Big Brown Breakdown. I used to whenever I was just listening to podcasts and going to work, but now that I've been making all this content, I ain't had much work. I haven't been able to lately, so I'm a lot behind. The Joe Rogan podcast for sure, when he's got a fighter on there, a fight breakdown or some shit, that's number one. That's what put me on all of this shit. MMA Chael Sonnen podcast. I like Chael Sonnen podcast. Bring Joel back. Hashtag what the fuck. I ain't listened to it really much since they got rid of Joel. Other than that, there you go. So what got you into watching MMA? Back in high school, man, I had some friends that would like fucking practice jujitsu and shit a little bit. Like they would fucking get to rolling and shit whenever we'd be drinking beers or something. They'd always end up in a fucking wrestling match doing submissions on each other, jujitsu, and throwing on like UFC fights. And it was back whenever like Rampage was big and him and Rashad were having their huge rivalry on the Ultimate Fighter. I remember I like watched that entire series and I couldn't wait for the fight, and then the fight was a huge disappointment and shit. Back when Anderson Silva was on the top of the game, I used to like going to Buffalo Wild Wings with friends and shit and like fucking watching those fights. So I was a huge Anderson Silva fan. I liked the Chael Sonnen trash talk, but since I was a Silva fan, I was always like against Chael Sonnen back in the day, even though I low-key admired his trash talk. But now I'm a huge Chael Sonnen fan. But yeah, that's what got me into it. Just, you know, friends back in high school and shit. Favorite UFC fight of all time? Man, Justin Gaethje versus Michael Johnson's up there for sure. I mean, it's definitely not my absolute favorite, but it's up there, man. It's definitely fight of the year. It was a good fight. My favorite, man, I really liked Robbie Lawler versus Rory McDonald. 2, I liked Alexander Gustafsson versus John Jones for sure. Max Holloway versus Ricardo Lamas. That'll always be one of my favorite fights just because that 5th round with Max Holloway. Alright, there you go. There's some. Next question, Jordan Walsh again. What fight of Conor's got him on my radar? It was before the Aldo fight. Mendez, who was he supposed to be fighting then? He was supposed to be fighting Aldo when he fought Mendez. No, it was before the Mendez fight, because I remember I was back on the train of, Conor's never fought a wrestler. It might be, who did he fight right before Mendez, man? I'm going to have to pull that up. It might have been the Chad Mendez fight, because I know it was built leading up to the Aldo fight or something. I really don't remember. It was probably right before that. I'm actually going to pull that up. I'll read the next question while I do that, though. Jordan Walsh, I know you got another question. Oh, shit. I know what I did. There we are. Alright, do you see Brock coming back now that Jones is probably banned? If he does, it'll be to Bellator, in my opinion, for sure. I mean, because he can fight Frank Mir over there, Bobby Lashley over there, Fedor over there. I mean, less USADA over there. It just makes more sense to me for him to, you know, don't got to worry about Reebok over there. And they got deep pockets now. So I just see if he's coming back without a Jones fight, it's going to be to fight fucking Frank Mir 3 over at Bellator. That's what I would love to see. Conspiracy Gamer said, choose an athlete from each category you would like to see compete in MMA. Pick one from football, basketball, pro wrestling. You can choose them all at their prime, current or retired players. Holy shit. Okay, I got you. Football, I'm just going to go with, actually, first I'm going to start basketball, and I'm going to say Shaq. What the fuck you telling me that big-ass Shaq, 7-foot Shaq? Who's fucking with him? Then we'll go pro wrestling, because it's going to be hard for me to think of a football player I want to see fight. Pro wrestling, I don't even watch pro wrestling now, but back in the day, I used to watch, like, Stone Cold, The Rock. I'll just say The Rock, right? Because he was, like, probably, he seemed like somebody built for wrestling, right? No homo, pause. NFL player, fuck man, NFL, I'm trying to think, who would it be? I don't know, like fucking, I really don't know, man. I'm not a big, whenever I was more of a casual NFL guy. I never got into like the fucking defensive ends and defensive lines and all that shit. I knew the receivers and the running backs and the quarterbacks, but I don't even know who the fucking toughest guy on the football team is, honestly. Who'd be like somebody like fucking, I don't know what position they play, like defensive end or something, someone that rushes the quarterback. I don't know. How about fucking Ray Rice, because he's a murderer? I don't know. I mean, allegedly. Fuck, what you talking about? I don't know, man. I'm not, I've never been as big into NFL as like MMA or NBA at one time, or even pro wrestling as a kid. So Jordan Walsh, last one, said congrats 1K, hashtag day one hitter on deck. Thank you very much for the question, sir. Bigfoot Silver said, finally found your bitch ass. Fuck you, bitch. Shut the fuck up. You know nothing about MMA, bitch. Shut the fuck up, you bitch ass little reed. Holy shit, you finally found me. You've been looking for me that long just to fucking say that mumbo jumbo? Get a fucking life, kid. Holy crap. Wow, that was terrible. You oh fuck, I could barely read that shit. I'm assuming, I don't even know, I'm not even gonna fucking talk trash, but yeah, you're not good at spelling, but I can't understand why, whenever I've read finally found you, bitch, I thought you were one of the fucking hitters that got lost on the Titanic when we got false flagged and they finally found their way back. But you must be a troll hitter that fucking lost your way and finally looking for me. You must just be a fan. I understand, that's fine. Appreciate the love, Bigfoot Silva, whoever you are, fucking in the comments. Stannis Baratheon, congrats, my friend. No, thank you very much, sir. Thank you for everything that all of you do. So, MMA from the Heartland. So, what happened with Trollbuster and those hitters? That was surprising to me. You're all my bros. I hope it works out. Oh, Trollbuster is a bitch. That's what happened. Mega Monkey, I'm gonna fuck around and get the fantasy fight popping off tomorrow. Mega Monkey's probably gonna whoop his ass after that corny shit. You saw that, bro? You saw that Trollbuster shit turning on me in the comments over there on Team Boxing and shit with this whole corny ass, like fucking C-Level Kane with his old little shitty fake sparring, little corny ass shadow boxing in his old fucking little studio apartment, coming to my fucking comments talking shit. Trollbuster and C-Level Kane both eat a dick as far as I'm concerned. Fuck you, Tad Matt. No, it's all good. You know, it's all love with Trollbuster. That's my fucking dude. He was just on Team Mayweather's side. He thought he was gonna come and floss on me, but I don't give a fuck if Conor lost, dude. You better wait till the next time when I'm wrong on something else. Boy, fuck you, Tad Matt. Fuck the Mayweathers. It is what it is. Next question. Let's get to it. Obese Level DC. Who did you have winning in Gus vs. Jones, GSP vs. Hendrick, Diaz vs. Condit? In Gus vs. Jones, bro, I had Gustafson. I'm not gonna fucking lie, bro. I thought Jones lost his title. I was like, oh my God, Gustafson he just did it. What did we just see? Look how fucked up John Jones is. And then John Jones got his hand raised, and I was like, damn, that's the champion. I mean, you've seen worse decisions, but Jones was fucked up. Then he was in the hospital after the fight. I was like, what? And that was with the Dirty Jones. So I'm just playing, man. I got to start giving him the benefit of the doubt, because that shit's going to come around, man. I think he's about to get cleared, because he fucking came out with a good news on his Twitter and shit. Like, huh? Why has he got good spirits? That's his first words, good news. He must have got some good news, man. So, yeah, man, that's interesting. So, GSP versus Hendricks, man, I honestly didn't watch that fight live. I wasn't a hardcore fan back then. But I mean, we're just going back and knowing what I know now. I mean, everybody says Hendricks. I haven't just went and rewatched the fight for myself, you know, because I didn't watch it live. But everybody says Hendricks won versus GSP, retired after the fight. I mean, so I didn't watch it live to really answer that. But everyone else says Hendricks. Diaz versus Condit. I don't even fucking think, bro. I haven't seen that many Carlos Condit fights. I wasn't a hardcore fan back when he was really fighting. I seen his last fight versus Damian Maia, and I think his fight before that, and versus Damian Maia, he submitted in the first round and like retired, and since then he hasn't fought for like a year, and he's just been in the top 5 rankings. So I mean, I didn't watch that one live either, bro. Sorry about that. But yeah, I had Gus winning versus Jones. But I mean, I've heard people say Diaz beat Condit, but I don't fucking know, man. I'd have to go back and watch it. I could do that or some shit in the future. Congrats, bro. MMA from the Heartland says, day one hit it wrong deck. Good shit, bro. Appreciate you. No, sir, I fucking appreciate you, just like I appreciate everybody else. But fucking you came through with that donation, which helped out a lot, man. Y'all don't realize I've had a few donations now. They literally like helped keep the fucking light bill on. Fuck, had a eviction notice and shit. I'm not evicted and shit. Fuck you, Tab Mad, dude. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is, man. Thank you guys. I'm not shit. I'm just one of y'all. I'm just somebody that listens to MMA shit every day. Now I'm doing this, but fucking I'm still nothing. I mean, for 1,000 subscribers. I mean, I'm happy about that, but I mean, I'm still fucking the same old dude, man. Thank you guys. Obese level DC top 5 UFC brawls: Justin Gaethje versus Michael Johnson, Duho versus Cub Swanson. Well, no, that's not really a brawl because it was more one-sided. Man, I don't know if you mean like one-sided ones that were just like fucking, where they were just, you know, somebody was swinging, like Duho Choi versus Cub Swanson, where he was just like a punching bag kind of, you know, some people say. But I mean, that was a good ass fight. You got Robbie Lawler versus fucking Roy McDonald. That's one of my favorite fights of all time, and I don't know if you consider that a brawl though. You know, I just remember that fight will always be on my mind, just from whenever he was coming forward and Robbie was just continued to fuck him up, and he just had to like, damn man, his nose is broken, he's still coming. Let me see, that's 3, I guess. Top 5 UFC brawls off the top of my head, man. Yeah, man, don't do drugs, kids. I'm just playing, but yeah, I'm a little. Top 5 UFC brawls off the top of my head. I mean, you gotta go with like, who the fuck was it that fucking, I don't know, man, off the top of my head. I'll come back to that one too. Oh yeah, I was supposed to be fucking pulling up that Connor shit too. See, I'm gonna forget some shit. Alright, William Kennedy, who do you think is the future up-and-comer who's not ranked? Sean O'Malley, what the fuck you telling, man? Welcome to the Sugar Show. What the fuck you telling, man, dude? Okay, did you say future up-and-comer that's not ranked? I don't know how soon he's gonna be ranked, but that's one of my dudes. But up-and-comer who's not ranked, that dude Marlon Moraes did kind of look good versus Rafael Assunção, even though he lost. If he's not ranked, he'll probably come up the rankings. I don't know if he'll be the best not ranked in any division. I wish I had like a list of the people up who I could see who are not ranked for this. Or I wish you would have gave me a division or some. If you would have gave me like some options to choose from. I don't like really doing that off the top of my head, putting me on the spot like that, because I gotta fucking rack my brain, and I'm not in the position to be doing that right now, dude. Fuck your time, man. Who is the future up and comer who's not ranked? William Kennedy. All right, Arch, I'm gonna come back to all these. I'm gonna remember them. Obese level. First of all, congrats. My question is, who do you think? Do you think Johnny Hendricks ever took steroids or PEDs, since he just hasn't looked the same? Man, I don't want to place accusations on him, but I mean, just like you said, he hasn't looked the same ever since USADA came in, just like a lot of guys haven't. And I mean, like I said, I listen to the Chael Sonnen podcast a lot. He said he's a steroid user who talks about it. He's like, I've took more steroids than anybody, and I'll tell you when a guy's been taking steroids. And he says Johnny Hendricks has. He, allegedly. So I mean, I'll say, if you had a gun to my head and said, did he or not, I would say yes. But I mean, I don't want to be the guy to say, yes, somebody's on fucking steroids. I don't feel comfortable really doing that if they've never been caught. So I mean, more probable than not. Esteban Gomez also, dude, you should set up some live streams. That'd be dope. I think you'd pull in a lot of viewers. I'm gonna be doing all that shit, bro. I just gotta get the equipment. I gotta get my shit together and shit. Yeah, so once I get the equipment, once I get my fucking man, I just got some shit in real life to deal with, man. Whenever I started this channel, I was like fucking behind on everything. I had to take out a payday loan. My dog got parvo and shit. My fucking car broke down and I had to take out the loan for that, and then I realized it was an easy fix, so I gotta like sell the car that I bought to get some money. I'm just going through some shit right now, but soon enough that will be handled, and I'll be getting in the fucking equipment to do all that shit. I'll be doing live streams, I'll be doing fucking live calls, call in, all that shit, bro. I can't wait. Esteban Gomez says, you fucking deserve it, man. No, you fucking deserve it, man, but thank you. Pablo Escobar said, congrats on that 1K, brother. Day one from way back, and still we taking over. Fuck Oscar, fuck the other side, and that's what it is. Fuck you, Tab Matt. Thank you very much, brother. I cannot fucking tell you how much I appreciate all of you day one hitters and just even the lurker hitters, because that's what I was, bro. I wasn't even in the comments on that old dude's channel. I just listened to that shit at work, download the hitter calls, listen to it at work. It was just some MMA content to listen to at work. I mean, so that's what it is. So I appreciate everybody, even if you just fucking listen. But you know, I know a lot of you from the comments, so you know your names stick out in the comments a lot because I always read them. So thank you very much. Next, Russ, congrats. Here we go again. Here we go again. I'm kind of excited because this is like the hype, man. We were at like 1,100 last time, and then that's when we got reset. Then that push reset us again at like 600. Then we got reset at 400. Now here we are, back at 1,000, climbing that fucking mountain. Let's go! Seismic Shock said, as much as I do like to bash Paulie, he's now in a perfect position to fire shots at McGregor until he gets that fight. From now on, every time Conor fights in the UFC, you will now see Paulie in the crowd shouting, I hope you brought your balls, Conor. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, it's so money. Oh my God, that's so funny. I didn't think about that, but if he's in the crowd, I hope you brought your balls, Conor. At the Nate Diaz fight, oh, I swear that would be so good. No, it is fun bashing Paulie, but hey, if he gets the McGregor fight, congratulations to him. He did his thing. I mean, I don't know if he was fucking smart enough to like diabolically plan all of this from the very beginning when he signed up with Conor McGregor's camp, all the way from then. Yeah, I'm gonna work my way into a fight with him. I don't know if he fucking diabolically did it like that, but he definitely is in the perfect position to fucking do what you said, and that would be the perfect way. Show up at his next fight, Nate Diaz trilogy. I hope you brought your balls, Conor. Nate Diaz is gonna knock you the fuck out like Floyd. Oh, let's go. Good shit, Seismic Shock. Booper Mimi. Do you think Stipe would be considered the GOAT if he gets a couple more title defenses? Man, that's interesting. It's always hard for heavyweights to be considered GOATs, right? You know, it's like they have to, just because people never give them the skill of being technical, but they got that power. I don't know how that translates. I'm greatest of all time. I don't know. Well, I mean, with John Jones knocked off, I don't know, man. That's really interesting. Do I think he would be considered the absolute? I don't think the overall MMA world will consider him the GOAT. No. Will he be? I mean, he would definitely be in the argument. But when it comes to people like fucking Conor McGregor, Daniel Cormier, Demetrius Johnson, I think they might just have the resume, unless you just want to say he would be considered the baddest man on the planet, because if you put his big ass in the ring with any of those guys, he beats them. But when you talk about like overall resume, pound for pound skill, I don't think people will consider him the GOAT. Seismic Shock, did you see the video of Nate backstage at May Mac? He's looking like he's cutting weight. When do you think Nate Mac will happen? My guess, December 30th at UFC 219. It's either going to be 218 or 219. I believe 218 is in Detroit, and that's where Stipe's fighting. So I believe it will be 219 versus Conor McGregor, like December 30th or some shit. That's when I believe it'll happen. But I just don't know how they're going to get past Tony Ferguson. That's literally just the thing that sticks out in my head, if that's for an interim title. They're gonna, like, what are they gonna do? Cancel that fight because now Conor's ready for the Nate trilogy? Because that's literally the fight to make, Conor Nate. But how do you skip your interim champ? But I do think somehow it's gonna happen. I just literally don't know how. At December 30th, UFC 219. And if not, Conor might have to win one more time before he gets the Nate fight. He might have to risk it. I don't know. He might have to fucking schedule a fight with Kevin Lee or Tony Ferguson. Who knows? We'll see, though. I do think he'll somehow, hopefully, it'll be December 30th, though. That'll be Conor back in MMA sooner than later, and Nate Diaz back, probably his last fight. Who knows? Maybe he'll get this fight and then just be like, fuck it, and start taking fights now that he, because he's not going to fight Conor 4 times. So after he fights Conor, maybe he'll just start fighting for fun, before he gets out of there. So who knows? Fucking, we will be looking forward to it. Are you talking about the video, though, where he was getting an argument with Brendan Schaub? Did I see that? I definitely saw that. Okay, All Pro Limited. Who should be the highest paid UFC fighters other than Conor? That's a good question, man. A lot of people give the money to the heavyweights. I think whoever draws in the biggest numbers, and who is that currently? I know for some reason it's probably because he gets a lot of hate, or he's just been on big cards. Tyron Woodley. I know a lot of the people I know Tyron Woodley. A lot of casual fans, and I mean, I don't know. A lot of other people know Chris Weidman, but I don't know any other crossover stars like Conor. So who should be paid the highest? I'll say the champions, right? It's got to be the champions. I think if you're a champion, you should get like a guaranteed $1 million. That way, champions don't wait for the money fight. You're getting money. You're making $1 million by being the champion. That'll make people want to become the champion. That'll make people want to defend the belt. Okay, I'm about to get this $1 million. Demetrius Johnson. I mean, you don't make pay-per-view throw, but you're $1 million. You won't have complaining from your top stars or your top talent. The people who are supposed to that represent your company well, that are turning on the company. I don't know. Who should, or maybe just allow them to get their own sponsorships. That way, they get paid what they're worth. If a company feels like they can market you, if you're marketable, if you have a large following, I hate to say, but I'm saying, like, if the casual fans, general public knows you, I think you should be rewarded for that in the entertainment industry. Now, as far as other than that, it should be the champions. So, what fighters do you think need to be cut? Holy shit, I don't know. The fighters that are on Angela Magana. I don't know. Fighters that are like on 0-4 losing streaks. Any fighter that's on an 0-4 losing streak, or any fighter that's on a losing streak that is not entertaining. If you're on a 3-fight losing streak and you're a wrestler, go ahead and go on to Bellator, because you're just kind of damaging the product. So yeah, just any fighter that's on a big losing streak. I mean, I don't know anyone off the top of my head besides Angela Magana, though. Other than that, okay, next question. TJ or Cody? I got Cody. I got TJ. I got fucking Killishaw, Snakishaw. Fuck you, Tim, man. I got the Snake. I mean, he's got the chance to get dropped like he did versus John Dodson in the Ultimate Fighter finale. But I just got TJ, man. I've been a fan of TJ. I don't know why, since a kid. I mean, I've always rooted for the underdog, And TJ to me has just been the guy that everyone's against. Like, the UFC made him, he didn't get his rematch with Dominic Cruz in a close title loss, and then he had to fight a number-1 contender at UFC 200 on a big card to get his title shot back. Still got skipped by Cody Garbrandt, who just beat rank 13 Takia. He went down the rankings. He fought number 6 Thomas Almeida, and then 13, and then he got to skip TJ Dillashaw, who just lost the belt and beat a number-1 contender. So I was like, why the fuck did TJ just get skipped? And then TJ had to fight another number-1 contender, did it, beat him, and now he's supposed to fight on Tough, supposed to get his shot on the finale. Cody gets injured, so I'm just waiting on my boy TJ to get his shot. I do feel like TJ's a fucking savage. Cody's good and shit. I mean, he's cool with it. He's got them knockouts and shit. But I just from what I've seen, I just feel like TJ's better overall, and that's probably just because I've seen more of TJ. And Cody's just a knockout artist, and they don't really get as much credit as they deserve sometimes. But Cody definitely is a savage for what he did to fucking Dominic Cruz, for sure. I didn't expect that at all. Number 4. What do you think? Do you think you could beat CM Punk? Fuck no, dog. Hell no. I don't train at all. He's trained. If you fucking train, you're probably gonna beat my ass, because I don't train. I fucking go to work and I motherfucking come home and I do my thug thizzle, dog. I've never been a trainer, man. That shit costs money, don't it? I'm fucking broke, dog. My fucking bank account's negative. I ain't got no damn money for no training membership and shit. I mean, once I get my shit together, I got friends that do it and want me to get into it and shit. They train at a local MMA gym, and about to be starting amateurs, I think. But yeah, no, I couldn't beat CM Punk's ass right now. I mean, fuck no, he's trained. I mean, I know a lot of people feel like they can beat CM Punk's ass, but I'm not a fucking idiot. I know if you train, and he's trained for a while now, and he's been training for his comeback. He's supposed to be fighting at the near this year. His coach hinted at him fighting at the end of this year, so I'm sure he's training even more. So fuck no, I would have got my ass beat by Mickey Gall or CM Punk. Next, what current champ will get the most title defenses? Current champ, current champ, Demetrius Johnson for sure. But if you don't count Demetrius Johnson, we got Stipe go down to Daniel Cormier maybe. I don't know how that one's gonna. So I'm gonna skip them. Go down to BSP Jisping. No. Next, Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley's got a chance, so keep him on the list. Conor McGregor, I've never seen him do that yet. Next, 145, Max Holloway. He's definitely, if he gets past Frankie Edgar, it could be Max Holloway. 135, we got Cody Garbrandt. I don't think it'll be Cody. Like I said, I got TJ winning there. And then 125, Demetrius. Then you got Cyborg over there. I don't even know what they're doing with that division. 135, Amanda Nunes. She very well could be that girl. If Amanda Nunes doesn't lose to Valentina Shevchenko, it'll be Amanda Nunes if you don't count Demetrius. So either Amanda Nunes, Tyron Woodley, Max Holloway, or Joanna. Ooh, Joanna's with Demetrius for sure. So if you don't count Joanna and Demetrius, it's Max Holloway, Tyron Woodley, or Amanda Nunes. Next, Dominic Noizak. Sorry for pronouncing your name like shit. Dominic. Do you think the UFC should change belt designs for different weight classes so every champion feels special, and winning belts in a different weight classes would feel special because the fighter would win another trophy, not the same title he or she has at home? What? Oh, let me read that again. Do you think the UFC should change belt designs for different weight classes? I really don't give a shit, but I do they do that in boxing? Is that why some of them are, I mean, they're like green and shit? I don't even know about that, man. I don't know. I feel like you should feel special winning belts in different weight classes if you're a fighter. Shit, look at Conor McGregor. He won that second belt, and nobody gives a fuck about the design. Everyone's calling him the champ. That's special already. I mean, you get more money just for having that second belt. I don't think they're really worried about their home design. I know I wouldn't be. Maybe they are. You know, I don't know if they're fucking like low-key home decorators and shit. I don't know. Maybe somebody like Floyd Mayweather, you know, who's just got hella belts. I think we would have to have more weight classes before UFC fighters started to care about that, because it's not like you can go up from 155 to 170 to fucking 185. You know, there's 30-pound jumps. In boxing, I think it's like 7-pound jumps, so it's a lot easier to move up weight classes. So, I mean, if you got like 10 belts, you might want them to look different. But if you've only got 2 belts, I mean, I think it's fine if they look the same. You said your predictions for these upcoming fights. Tony Ferguson versus Kevin Lee. I got Tony Ferguson. Damian Maia versus Covington. I fucking want Maia to win. And I think I don't know. It's going to be a good one. Covington's a really good wrestler, but he's lost by submission. His only loss. Damian Maia is still that guy with the submission. So with him having to rely on his wrestling, I just see Damian Maia being able to maybe somehow get the submission in. The thing is, Covington trains with Masvidal, who was able to stifle Damian Maia a little bit, so he might be able to tell him what he needs to do. And having a little bit bigger of a body than Jorge Masvidal, Covington might get the fucking win. So I don't know. I might be leaning toward fucking. I want Maia to win with my fucking heart, but Covington I might pick with my head at this point. Volkov versus Struve, I got Struve winning. Cody versus TJ, I got TJ winning. Shogun versus St. Preux too. I guess I got St. Preux. Fuck, man. I mean, you want to see Shogun do good, but you just don't know where he's at in his career right now. I mean, we've seen what happened, I don't know, in some of his last fights. I got St. Preux there, man. I'm not really, that fight isn't really as much on my radar, even as much as those other fights. Do you think Volkan and Francis are ready to fight for the title? Volkan, I would like to see him fight Gustafsson first. I think that's the fight to make, Volkan versus Gustafsson. But as far as is he ready, I mean, if they scheduled the fight, I wouldn't hate it. I mean, I would rather see Gustafsson. I wouldn't like to see him skip Gustafsson, though. But is he ready? I mean, he's as ready as he'll ever be. Shit, I didn't think he was ready for fucking his last two fights, Misha Cirkunov or Jimmy Manuwa, just because he was, came new to the scene. His very first fight in the UFC was a split decision versus fucking OSP. Then he comes in, knocks out Misha Cirkunov. Time to fight a counter striker and Jimmy Manuwa, knocks him out. So fucking why the fuck not? Hell yeah, he could knock somebody out. Those guys are light heavyweights. They got the chance of fucking knock. He can knock out the champion. So I mean, I don't even know who the champion is there. Is it Daniel Cormier? If it's Daniel Cormier, definitely, because it's a fresh matchup. If it's John Jones, you want to see either John Jones fight Gustafsson or Rumble first. But fuck yeah, he can get a title shot coming off those vicious knockouts for sure. Seismic shock. Nice work, 1,000 subs. I was hoping Mac would win, but unfortunately, he got the head boxed off of him, and he was eating them biscuits hard. I think this ends the crossover debate once and for all. The only way Conor can restore his own pride is to beat Nate, Tony, and maybe go up for the 170 strap. You're crazy. I don't think Conor lost any pride, bro. I think Conor took a huge W. He gained pride. He was not supposed to land one shot on Floyd Mayweather. He was supposed to get finished early. He was not supposed to last 10 rounds with the greatest boxer ever. Well, that's okay. Let's do the math. That's 5/6. So, do you think he lasted 5/6 round of the fight with fucking Floyd Mayweather? Do you think any boxer would be able to last that long in an MMA fight? So that would be the equivalent of like, do you think any boxer could make it to past round 2 in an MMA fight? Fuck no. They're getting finished in round 1 almost every single time. So for Conor McGregor to be able to go over there and even last till the 10th round, that kind of makes boxing look bad. I mean, it doesn't end the crossover debate, because what happens if you have an MMA fighter versus somebody that's not the best ever? Then they look better, right? If that's the best ever and I lasted till the 10th round, what happens when I fight someone that's not the best ever? I make it to the 12th round, I might fuck around and win a decision. What if you're not ready for the angles because you're not the best ever and I fucking take you out? I think Conor McGregor could probably beat the lower half of that fucking boxing division. For him to fucking do that good against Floyd Mayweather, make it to the 10th round, he'll probably beat the bottom of the division. So I don't think it ends the debate. I don't think Conor has to restore his pride. But if he beats Nate, I mean, if he needs to restore his pride from anything, it's the Nate Diaz fight. It's not the Floyd fight. He was never supposed to win the Floyd fight. And he wasn't supposed to lose to Nate Diaz in the very first fight. And he was supposed to lose to Floyd. I mean, he went in there and did what everyone thought he was going to do and made more money than he's ever made in his life. So congratulations to Conor on the Floyd fight. Now, the first Nate Diaz fight, he's got to restore his pride from that. Some people don't even give him the fucking second fight. Nate Diaz talks shit like I beat him both times. He needs to be able to fucking shut that up. He needs to get a good win versus Nate Diaz. So that's what I think, who he needs to restore his pride against. I don't even the 170 strap. I don't think he wants to do that as long as Tyron Woodley's got it. I think he might want to fuck with Max Holloway. Bleak Days said, "Congrats on the second 1K. Full-time MMA is the champ. Fuck the other side." I like the sound of that. Champ. Fuck you, champ, man. Fucking came through twice with the 1K. I like the sound of that. Thank you very much. Day one hitter on deck. Fuck you, champ, man. Phantom Screamer said, "Who do you personally want to see the champ fight next?" Personally, I want to see Nate Diaz or Tony Ferguson. Personally, or Khabib. Khabib would be huge. You know, the 24-0 versus Conor McGregor fighting another undefeated fighter. Everyone's always been talking about Conor versus a wrestler. If he was able to fucking sit Khabib down, dude, Conor would literally be the fucking GOAT. He wouldn't just be the champ. He would be the GOAT, in my opinion, if he was able to fucking sit Khabib down, a wrestler, an elite wrestler, give him his first loss. That would put Conor McGregor in GOAT category. To me, like above John Jones, above Daniel Cormier, above Demetrius Johnson. Now, if he beats, I mean, I would like to see any of the other fights, though, Nate Diaz or Tony Ferguson. I think those would be the most entertaining fights as far as, you know, seeing them go blow for blow. So, I mean, I would just see the Nate Diaz trilogy, but I don't know how they're going to get past that interim, like I said earlier. And so I would like to see Tony Ferguson or even Kevin Lee. Jorge One said, "Fuck the haters. Day one hitters on deck. Much appreciation for everything, sir." Michael Van Gerwen said, "Oh, my mouth just, you deserve it, man. Day one hitter on deck. Fuck the other side question. Who do you think the champion will be in all weight classes this time next year? At heavyweight, it'll probably still be Stipe. At light heavyweight, Daniel Cormier. if John Jones gets stripped. If not John Jones, under that middleweight, Robert Whittaker. Let's fucking go. Under that, Tyron Woodley. Under that, Conor McGregor. This time next year. Okay. Yeah, I got Conor, man. Maybe. That one's tough. I got Conor, though. 145, Max Holloway. Let's go, man. I think so, Max Holloway. If he gets past Frankie Edgar, I think he's got it. He's got what it takes. 135, hopefully TJ Dillashaw. I'm a huge fan of TJ Dillashaw. 125, Demetrius Johnson, unless they fold his division like a wet noodle. I'm just playing Demetrius Johnson. 145 will probably be folded in the women's division. I don't know what they're going to do with Cyborg. I mean, she's, I don't know, maybe they'll bid that division, but if it's still there, it's Chris Cyborg. 135, Amanda Nunes. 115, Joanna Jędrzejczyk. 125, Paige Van Zandt. No, I'm just playing. 125, Valentina Shevchenko. That's a new division coming. I think Valentina Shevchenko is going to be the 125-pound champion for sure. Next, Achilles Eddie Corleone. Congratulations, my friend. Here's to 1,000 more very soon. You, sir, rock my socks. Thank you for everything, everybody. That was the last question. My dog just farted. I smell it. That's not cool. What the fuck? You got anything to say for yourself? He don't want to say anything. Alright, it is what it is. Thank you all for the questions. Thank you all for fucking everything, for the views, for the support. If you fucking had donated, man, if you've been able to do that, that fucking literally has helped more than you even know. So I'd like to fucking thank that old puss for giving me this opportunity to fucking, to even do this too. Even though he's a fucking asshat for false flagging me without fucking sending me a message like a man, he's coming through the back way like a fucking biatch. You know, he's coming through with the false flags. He could have just messaged me and said, hey man, I don't appreciate that shit. I was even in the beginning telling his ass, hey, if you come back to YouTube before I hit 500 subs, I might fuck around and go away in peace. Well, you know what he did? He false flagged me like a fucking puss. So with that being said, tomorrow's day 14 business days. Hopefully I got my email when I wake up that says my shit's been lifted. And if I do, it's full-fledged attack on the other side for a fucking day or so. It might just be fucking one video. It might be two. But I know I'm fucking gonna need the Ether soundtrack. That's for sure. It is what it is. One more fucking... I can't thank you guys enough. I swear to God. Fucking all of you. Day one hitters, lurker hitters, fucking free hitters, troll hitters. My boy Bada Bing Bada Boom, I know he wants me to fucking call any of you trolls out that want to do a troll hitter call. Anybody want to put a fucking debate on deck, a phone call on deck, the email address is fulltimemma1@gmail.com, and I'm fucking taking all challengers. It is what it is. Let the hitters know what the fuck you tell me in the comments, dude. And thanks again.